my advice to young people who stutter, know that nothing is your fault. It's not your fault that you stutter. This is something that you can't help. It's just like, I have 2 eyes, I have a nose, I have a mouth, I also have a stutter. Like, it's just part of who I am, like, and that's not your fault. It was something that you can't help. Know that all the stuff that you've had to deal with by having a stutter has made you stronger and more resilient. Think about how a person who didn't stutter, if they knew how much we had to go through as stutterers, they'd probably be like, wow, we've gone through so much hardship and we're still alive. Think about how strong all that hardship has made you. Think about how strong you have to be to go through all that hardship. And know that your stutter has no impact on the things that matter in life, like being smart. Your stutter does not mean you're dumb. It's not related to your intelligence at all. And lastly, know that it is totally okay to stutter. And if you're in an environment with people who are not very supportive of you, and even very close people that you know that Say has always got your back. Everyone at Say will love you no matter what. Yeah, and that's my advice to young people who stutter.
Hello, my name is Daniella Sapone, and I am a Say graduate this year, which is 2021. As I look back on my time at Say, all of the years spent receiving invaluable support, forming unbreakable bonds with both people who stutter and people who don't stutter at Say, and just being in a place and a part of a family where my voice matters unconditionally, I realized that while my journey was so special and so beautiful and so uniquely mine, there are a few things that I wish I would have learned a little sooner. It would have made my life a little easier, that I hope you, as a younger person who stutters, will take with you throughout the rest of your time at Say and the rest of your life. I used to approach life with such apprehension and fear of what other people would think when I opened my mouth to speak. I feared that people would ridicule me or make fun of me, and while kids can be mean and adults can be mean, I came to learn, and I'm still coming to learn, that I was projecting my own negative thoughts and feelings toward stuttering and toward myself onto other people, and that if I really wanted to accept myself and find comfort and confidence in my voice, I had to work on my perception of myself before worrying about anyone else. And through this process, I realized that I am valuable and beautiful, and that my stutter is valuable and beautiful, and that it is okay to love myself. So it is my hope that you realize that you are valuable and beautiful, that your stutter is valuable and beautiful, and it is okay to love yourself. And knowing this now, thinking about all of the times that I decided not to speak, it pains me to know that I could have spent that time sharing my voice, changing someone's life, and changing the world. The possibilities are limitless, but I will never get to know what happened because I chose to be silent. And I don't want you to look back on your life and your years as a young person who stutters and wonder how you could have impacted someone else because you chose to be silent. So it is my hope that you truly love yourself and you begin that process, or if you're already on that journey, you stick with it. And if you find that it's difficult, there are many people at Say who will love you until you learn how to love yourself, and will keep loving you even then. So I love you, and Say loves you, and I hope you love you too.
Hello, my name is Derick, and some advice I would give to a person who stutters would be to be happy about who you are, because stuttering doesn't change anything about you, or it doesn't really change who you're going to be in the future. Even though stuttering may seem hard at times, uh, it doesn't really affect your personality or what you can do, because many people stutter and they do their best to become what they're going to be in the future. And many actors stutter and they're doing very well. And even though it may seem hard at times, accepting your stutter only makes you more of yourself, and it only gives you more power to do what you want to do in life, and it gives you confidence to break barriers and do astonishing things. So accepting your stutter doesn't make you weak, it makes you stronger, and it makes you more of yourself. And even though you stutter, you're not alone. People out there will be there for you, and people are out there for you right now. Even though it may not seem like it, people will be there for you every step of the way. So stuttering is a blessing.
Well, what advice I would like to give to people who stutter? Reach out and go far. Go far up in space and reach the goals that you want to achieve in life. That stutter may act as a brick wall standing in the way for you to crash down, but your perseverance and your intelligence is what makes you build up resistance to it. Another object that might get in your path is the people that judges you for the way you speak. They may laugh at you at all they want, but remember, it's up to you to channel some of what they say out of your head. Let them all fade out. That way you'll have a better time being satisfied with the way you are.
Hello, my name is Erikson Rutkis, and I stutter. I stutter all the time. Since I can remember. And it has always been a huge challenge for me, right? You know, stuttering has held me from talking to people, held me from doing things I wanted to do, I wanted to say, and I still struggle with that. but but throughout my years of going to say, I've learned to accept it. And one piece of advice I would give to someone who is still, struggling with how to deal with, their stutter. I would say, to give yourself a break. It is already hard enough to be growing up. So, just you sometimes just have to let it go. You gotta give yourself a break. What if I stutter again? I'm still learning how, to talk to people, just to get there, just to, say, what I want to say, still learning how to do that. But, to put one step in the right, direction, I would just say to give yourself a break. Thank you.
Okay, I just got out of working, and my advice to anybody who stutters is one, acceptance. Accept the fact that you stutter, and accept the fact that there will be complications and differences between the way you speak and between the way others speak. Acceptance doesn't only mean just stuttering and in that style. Acceptance means means really giving yourself the time and giving yourself patience when you stutter. Acceptance entails you doing what you can to improve, but also not being so hard on yourself when you're not improve in the ways you want. As whatever you do, it's better than nothing.
Hello, this is Josh. My advice for people who stutter is to advocate for yourself, and don't let people bring you down. Always remember that what you have to say is important, and not everyone will always be nice or understanding. It is always good to let people know about your speech so they know, and it won't be as much of a big deal to them. Maybe nerve-wracking to do, but it comes a long way. Let your teachers know how to support you. When you get to college, let your roommates know, and also your professors. Being open with people comes a long way. Give yourself permission to be heard, so people know this is just the way you sound. If some people are mean to you because you stutter, stop hanging out with them and hang out with people who like you for you. Don't try not to stutter, but just because of other people's reactions. Let your true voice be heard, and say what you want to say.
Hi, my name is Michael, and I am a high school graduate along with a, say, 2021 graduate. The one piece of advice that I would give to young people who stutter is to never let your stutter define you. For 16 or 17 years of my life, I was always the quiet kid, and time and time again, my mom would tell me that some of my teachers didn't even know I had a stutter because I'd be so reluctant to raise my hand in class, and so starting my last semester in high school, I took a public speaking class, and never in a million years would I have previously thought that I would take a public speaking class, and I'm the only kid in my high school who stuttered, and so going into college, I chose to major in audio and radio production, and then so part of that is broadcasting your voice, and being a person who stutters. You never really thought of doing that, so just never let your stutter define who you are, or what you can or cannot do.
is Samuel Boyd. And my advice to young people who stutter, is you are bold and outstanding, then please don't let stuttering stand in your way of success. Stuttering can be a stepping stone into your future. Stuttering is a part of you, but don't let it control you. You will face challenges along the way. There will be times when you want to give up, but please don't.
Some advice I have for young people who stutter is to not stop yourself from doing things just because you stutter. Stuttering is something you can't help yourself from doing. You can't really control it. It's a part of you. And stopping yourself from doing things because of that is just going to prevent you from having fun and fully experiencing life. Yeah, well, like, what if you want, like, hang out with your friends or go out somewhere? If you think about your stutter too much, you're going to get nervous. You're not going to enjoy it very much. You can't exactly do anything to stop yourself from stuttering. So there's really no point to feel ashamed of it or not do certain things just because of it. Well, I've had to go through this, and it's really hard when all of your friends are out doing things and you're just really nervous about your stutter. So it's really important to not stop yourself from doing things just because you stutter, because it's not gonna help you in any way in any way, shape, or form.
Hi, I'm Tereza, and I'm a person who stutters. I have been a member of the SAFE family for the past 2 years, and I would like to speak to you for just a minute or two about what it's been like to be part of this incredible community. I would like to speak. I would like to speak. Everyone likes to speak, right? Some people are great speakers. Some people speak for a living. Some people speak several languages. Some speak to lead and inspire others to hurt and bully. Some don't like to speak in front of large audiences. My family members like to speak, sometimes very loud and fast. I too like to speak, but I stutter. Sometimes I find myself wishing I could speak like some painters paint, and long, flowing, smooth, fluid strokes, but I stutter. I used to think my stutter sounded funny, weird, lonely, choppy, broken. I began to ask myself whether I really had anything important to say, whether I was worth listening to. Then I joined this incredible community, say, where I learned to see my stutter as the unique, special way I communicate my stutter. I was told it is smart and beautiful because it is part of me. And I am smart and beautiful. My voice is important. It deserves to be heard. And the way I give voice to my thoughts is with a stutter. As Say teaches, it is really, really, really okay to stutter. I'd say you learn to listen, to give others as much time and support as they need to be heard. Say also gives me the confidence to expect and demand that others will give me the time and support I need to make my voice heard. You too have a voice. What you had to say is important and deserves to be heard. Even if you stutter. Especially if you stutter. As a stutterer, we also have a responsibility to use our voice positively. Use it to speak your thoughts and feelings. Don't just repeat what others have already said. Make your own unique, special voice heard. As another stutterer, Albert Einstein once said, "Be a voice, not an echo." Even if that voice is not a long, flowing, smooth, fluid brushstroke, even if it is a choppy, broken splash of vivid color, your voice can be a Van Gogh masterpiece.
Hello, my name is Diamari Brown, and I am a high school graduate. I will also be a SAY graduate in a few more days. I have a message for you guys. Take a deep breath. Think about what you're going to say. Don't give up. Be brave, be bold, be confident. Keep pushing. Build an illusion that shows an image of nobody there, not a single soul watching you. Young people who stutter, I want you to know that it is extremely okay to stutter. You deserve as much time as you need to speak and finish your sentences. But for those who want to improve on your speech, that is okay as well. If you join SAY, you will eventually come across this wonderful man named Ryan, who is our speech therapist. Your stutter might be bad some days, and it might be good some days. But don't get messed up. Having a stutter and stuttering to the outside world does not define you. It just shows that you are who you are and you have your own situations in life. It tells people that you're different from others, but it doesn't really describe who you are. It can be hard. Yeah, it can be hard ordering food sometimes, especially when there's a bunch of heads in your bubble. But don't worry about that. Disregard how people are looking at you. You are going to want to think about what you want to say. Take a deep breath. Be brave. Then let it all out. But take your absolute time with this. Yes, cashiers are going to look at you in a weird way. They are going to put pressure on you so you can hurry up and finish your sentence by using certain body language. Do not walk away, even though you might feel hurt and embarrassed. What you need to do for yourself is build an illusion of an empty store. Nobody there but you and your best friend. This will probably boost your ability to speak with no mercy. One other thing you should do is visualize in your mind that you are talking to a friend. Imagining talking to your best friend. Your best friend should really boost your confidence level up. Be brave, stay strong. Don't worry about others' opinion. Do not worry about others' opinions about how you speak. Be you.
Hey, Say Fam. Here's some advice for you younger stutterers. Something that I personally will take with me to college and something that I learned is do not let anyone impose their own limitations on you. Once again, do not let anyone impose their own limitations on you. Just because someone thinks that you can't pass that class because of your speech, or it's going to be hard to get that job, or you just can't do something, doesn't mean you have to think like them. Thinking like them means you have the same mindset as them. It's important to be your own person. Be your own person. In life, you encounter people who are ignorant, mean, and careless. Some may just say, brush it off, walk away. But come on now, in reality, some things you cannot walk away from. Some things cannot be predicted. You may never know when your stutter will put you in a hole, leaving you left to make a quick decision in that moment where, it can be life-changing. And not all life-changing things are positive. There is a con to every pro. Once again, there's a con to every pro. Some things may seem like they're so good, but next thing you know, the fine print, you missed it, and there's that con. You don't have to love your stutter. You can be angry at your stutter, and you can even wish your stutter wasn't there. But most importantly, it's important, very important, that you understand your stutter, and you're there with your stutter. Stutter with pride, stutter with trust, and stutter with hope. Hoping that one day your stutter won't define you. Hoping that one day your stutter won't ever, overshine you. Hoping that one day you will build the confidence to say to yourself that you are more than your stutter. You have power over your stutter. You accept your stutter. You are not your stutter.
They're all my beloved friends and family in the studying community. To start off this video, I would like to give a huge thanks to Say for being who they are and for changing lives every day. Every day may not be easy. It's important to ignore all the hatred and negative energy some situations may throw at you. I want you all to know that it's okay not to be okay. We have been blessed with a very unique voice that many people can understand, or many people might not understand. Some people don't even have the gift that we've been given. Stuttering shouldn't define your end-all. It should not stop the way you go about your day. It should not change who you are as a person. Whoever you were born to be, embrace it. One word may take 10 minutes to say. Another may happen instantly. Do not hide or become silent. Learn and build from your hardships. Take as much time as you need to say what you really need to say, even if the person you've been talking to was gone after your first word, feel empowered. Love yourself. This world is a huge bowl of berries. You pick and choose which berry you want to eat first. Stuttering should not make that decision any harder. Us as stutterers go through the unthinkable on a daily basis. We struggle to communicate what we truly want to say, yet we still fight and break down the walls to accomplish the inevitable. You are bold. You will succeed, and you will have the same opportunities that anyone else in this world has. So go for it. Have fun while you're at it, and please do not forget, stutter away. Thank you all. Love you.
Hi, my name is Sutanya, and I'm 18 years old. My 3 tips for young people who stutter is 1, to have a support system. So having a group of people that you know have your back, that they love you and cherish you, just having that can better help you to understand why your stutter needs the love and needs the attention from you. So having family members, having friends, having a boyfriend or a girlfriend, or having a person who stutters or someone who is fluent just be on your side is very, very important. Tip number 2, do not care. Do not care. Do not let what other people say about you, about your stutter, behind your back or to your face, get into your head. Do not care. Do not care. And I know it's hard, and I know it hurts, but don't let the things that a bully or someone else tell you get to you. That's not important. As long as you keep on telling yourself that I matter, my voice matters, then you will believe eventually that your voice does matter. And it does. So don't let someone else who is a fluent speaker or someone else who stutters come between you and the progress that you've made when it comes to loving the way that you speak. Do not care. Just love yourself. Tip number 3. Tip number 3 is to have an outlet, something that you know is just for you, whether it be writing, drawing, dancing, art, games, just having something to come back to after a long day is important. Knowing when to stop and tell your stutter, hey, you've done a good job. You spoke. You were amazing. Just knowing to love your stutter and say, okay, you've done good, now let's go play a game. Knowing when to stop and to get what you want to get. Just having that outlet will help you to balance your life out a little better. Plus, it gives you a break from everything that comes with being a person who stutters. So, tip 1, surround yourself with people that love you. Tip 2, do not care what other people say. This is your life. Tip 3, have an outlet, something that you can come back to that makes you happy. Okay, so I hope these helped.
Hi, my name is Wendy Palomeque and I am 18 years old. So first off, I just want to say that if you're a young person who stutters and you're currently going through difficult times right now, whether it's accepting yourself or just communicating with your friends and family, I just want you to know that I get it and that it's also 100% okay to feel the feelings that you're feeling right now. And I want to share that one of the things for me growing up as a person who stutters was just dealing with the fear and just facing the fear every single day of being judged by others. I always anticipated getting made fun of or receiving negative comments whenever someone heard me speak. And I know it's easier said than done, But if you are a young person who's feeling the same way as I used to feel, I want you to know that you got this, and that soon or later in the future you're going to find yourself just not caring about other people's comments or anything mean that they have to say to you. And that is because self-confidence and just self-love takes time, and it's a journey, and it's something that we should all be patient with. And one of my biggest advice is just stepping out of your shell and just risking it and just taking risks. So like, I used to always be afraid of ordering food or doing phone calls until I guess I just realized on my own that we can't be living our lives like this, like for the rest of our lives, because our stutter, yes, it's a part of us, but it does not make up our whole person, because we are more than that. We are capable of many things, and our stutter is unique and beautiful. It is beautiful because it makes us realize so many things that we didn't realize before. And like something that I used to always say to myself before I would order food or make phone calls or anything regarding talking, I would just say, I'm strong, I got this. And I know it may feel funny at first, but even saying those small words before taking the risk that you will do and you will have the courage to do just brings you so much motivation and so much strength. And at that moment, and the more and more that you keep on taking risks and just going for it, you will realize that you are strong, and people's negative comments will not even matter to you anymore. They won't. Like, yes, you may face them, they may say something mean to you, but they will not hurt you anymore because you will know your worth, and our stutter is simply unique and beautiful. And yeah, that's pretty much just remember that self-confidence, self-love takes its time, it's a journey, it's a process. But you got this and you're strong.